The Chevy Camaro is known for its American muscle, but just how reliable is it for less than legal activities? Will they escape, or will the all-seeing blue force catch up to them, reaching frightful speeds and trying to outrun the inevitable? As the sirens blare behind a Chevy Camaro, make sure to buckle up and enjoy the wild ride. Here are some of the craziest Chevy Camaro police chases caught on Dashcam. Hook, line, and sinker, watch as this Camaro baits a police officer into slowing down. On August 6, 2022, Officer Richard Surrett initiated a traffic stop on a Chevrolet Camaro. With blinkers on, the suspect was gradually slowing down and fully expecting to come to a stop. However, the suspect might have had some other ideas. Perhaps the officer has some previous beef with Chevrolet owners as he kept searching for the next few minutes. But the reality being, the fleeing criminal disappeared faster than you can say Chevrolet Camaro. On November 26, 2022, Officer Spencer Morris was performing his patrol duty when he spotted a red Chevy Camaro going over the limit. He immediately followed suit, trying to catch up to the speeding criminal. Will this be the end? It certainly won't, as the Camaro manages to slip past the tanker on his left shoulder. With the tail of the Camaro too far and the "Welcome to Tennessee" sign too near, the Camaro flashes his lights in a winning salute as if to say, "Better luck next time." Not all fast car users are experts at controlling their vehicles. This suspect can confirm as he got his car crashed not once, but 2 times. On November 22, 2022, Sergeant Jeff Preston spotted the suspect speeding over the limit. In an attempt to make a traffic stop, the vehicle sped off. As the suspect took the exit, he lost control of his vehicle and hit the guardrail. And if that was not enough, as he was exiting the car, Officer Pratt, who was following closely behind, unable to stop in time, smashed into the front of his car. A white Camaro running through a red light certainly is a giant red flag to his name. Will he escape, or will the flashing blue lights catch up to him? The officer observed a white Chevrolet Camaro running through a red light. As he did it the second time, showing zero regard to the public safety, the officer attempted to catch up to the fleeing vehicle. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, the Camaro was long gone, as was the hope of catching up to him. 1-0 for the red light felon in question. For someone who deems their car a prized possession, you would think they would go to great lengths to ensure its safety. Reckless driving and taking care of the vehicle certainly don't go hand in hand, but that didn't stop the suspect in question from running away from the police. On June 13, 2023, Officer Jordan Drake stopped a silver Chevrolet Camaro for an unreadable paper tag and no lights on with windshield wipers. The driver, however, pulled a classic move, waited for the cop to get out of the vehicle, and proceeded to hit the gas. The weather conditions made it more difficult to keep up and have sight of the fleeing vehicle.
I've got you on the map, shows that you're turning maybe on East 24th Street.
Turning on Woodline now, right on Woodline.
Right on Woodland.
About here. Making a left into a gas station.
As the Camaro slowed down and tried to make a turn, Officer Drake saw it as an opportunity to try to disable the vehicle. Officer Drake sees an entrance to perform a TVI on the fleeing Camaro.
Okay, just keep running on. There's a bridge before you get to Barlow Farms, between the 12 and the Barlow Farms on Suspects. There's that bridge.
He's got his flaggers on now. Looks like they pull over. Yeah, he's got a flag on his back rear.
The Camaro showed resilience, but the second TVI was the last straw as the officer hit the suspect vehicle around the rear driver's side tire, which caused the vehicle to spin and go backward into the ditch.
Show me your fucking hands! Keep your hands up and get out the vehicle now! Get out the vehicle! Keep your hands up!
The felon, later identified as Dustin Sockwell, explained he recently had his car impounded and didn't want that to happen again. Well, how about getting a proper license plate, Mr. Sockwell? You gotta teach them while they are young, and seeing your daddy get handcuffed by a police officer is not a cool look. This suspect did that, and a whole lot more, so he is certainly not expecting a Dad of the Year award awaiting him at his front porch. On July 10, 2023, Officer Daryl Hinton spotted a green Chevrolet Camaro traveling over the speed limit. The Camaro sped even faster in order to avoid the cop. Officer Hinton proceeded to activate his emergency light and siren and began the chase. The speeds were reaching an impressive 151 miles an hour, and the suspect vehicle showed no signs of stopping, continuing to recklessly pass cars on the left and right shoulder. Officer Hinton managed to get behind the fleeing Camaro, now actively looking for an entrance to perform a TVI. Surprisingly, the suspect slowed down just enough for a light bump to halt him into a stop. Is he afraid of a dent to his precious car, or is there a precious package in the back? Two children were found in the car after the officer pulled the suspect out, together with bags of marijuana. They also managed to retrieve the gun the suspect previously dumped out of the car mid-pursuit. Somebody is not getting a best dad ever mug for his birthday, that's for sure. Speeding over the limit might be exhilarating for some, but even more so when a friend of yours joins the chase. What happens when a cop car is added to the equation? You hit the pedal to the metal and pray you don't get caught. On March 3, 2024, officer observed two Chevrolet Camaros, black and white, entering the highway at high rates of speed. The white Camaro seemed to drive more recklessly, weaving in its lanes side to side, indicating the driver's condition might have been impaired, which prompted the officer to conduct a traffic stop. The Camaro hit the gas and began the pursuit.
Business Park? Turning back towards the interstate. Southbound 22nd Street.
The slowing speed together with the suspect trying to make a U-turn gave the officer the perfect opportunity to disable the vehicle. The suspect tried to flee on foot, but was soon after caught without further incident.
Let me see your hand! Yeah!
They should really start giving out some coupons or scratch tickets, as the suspect, identified as Barnard Stokes, was celebrating his 10th violation of driving with a suspended license, this being his third time trying to elude the aforementioned charges. Perhaps a get one violation, earn double the penalty of the charges. You would think these criminals would learn by now that speeding and reckless driving in near vicinity of a police car is a no-go, especially when the car they're driving is, let's say, temporarily borrowed without asking. On August 2nd, 2021, Officer Moores was passed by a blue Chevrolet Camaro traveling at high rates of speed. Moores activated his emergency lights and siren to perform a traffic stop, but the Camaro accelerated and began to flee. The license plate returned to a different car, indicating the fleeing vehicle was stolen, making this pursuit having even bigger stakes at hand. First pit attempt did significant damage, but the suspect somewhat remained control on the vehicle. The second attempt was successful in disabling the stolen vehicle. The driver continued to flee on foot, but officers Hemingway and Walton found the missing driver and apprehended him. Good news, the car was seized and returned to its rightful owner. Bad news, it's not exactly in one piece. Now you see me, now you don't. That is the name of the game of cat and mouse, where an ever-elusive mouse needs to avoid the traps set up for him by the troopers in this high-speed chase. On August 13, 2023, Officer Cheers spotted a white Chevrolet Camaro traveling at high rates of speed. The owner of the Camaro ignored the emergency lights and siren and showed no intention of stopping the vehicle. Officer Smith joins the pursuit as the primary unit, since his car is more suited for a high-speed chase. As West wasn't sure whether the planted spike strip was successful in disabling the vehicle, Officers Smith and Cheers continued eastbound toward the suspect vehicle. They lost visual, forcing them to terminate the pursuit, and Jerry yet again successfully flees from Tom. Just like back in the old days. Who turned off the lights? Chasing in the dark is not an easy task, but chasing the dark itself, traveling at rapid speeds, is an entirely different level of hard mode. On February 21st, 2024, several police officers joined the pursuit of a blacked-out silver Chevrolet Camaro without a license plate, speeding at 130 miles per hour and recklessly passing the cars on left and right shoulder. As can be seen from Officer Evans' dashcam, Officer Martin attempted a TVI on the Camaro just as it was passing him in the fast lane. He failed to make contact as the slick Camaro just barely slipped past him and continued speeding off. Unable to stop him in time, the fleeing vehicle crossed the state lines and the pursuit was terminated shortly after. Instead of getting a ticket and a jail cell, the suspect got a VIP police escort out of the state. How nice of them indeed. If you liked this video, I recommend checking out the one on the screen about the craziest Mustang police pursuits caught on Dashcam. And don't forget to hit the bell and like the video for more content like this.